Okay, so we've got our menu infrastructure built so we can get in and out of levels. It chooses a random level each time. I'm going to go ahead just to test this and make sure that it's working. Drop a sphere in here. Open one. Red. I'm not really good with textures. I don't think I wanted to do that. No, I didn't want to do that. Turn that back to white. Like I said, I'm not very good at working with textures. Okay. This would probably be a good reason to have some source control hooked up so I can revert stuff. But anyway, let's see. Okay, make this one Chrome. Because it doesn't matter. I just want to make sure I can see that I'm loading different levels each time. Make this one gold. And for number three, okay, we're recording again. Okay, so I made one chrome, I made one gold, and let's make another one. Making a glass would be kind of silly. Chrome, gold, let's make this one rust. Okay, so I started up. Here we go. Oh, I played the level I was in. Entry. Start a level. Okay, I got a rusty one, got a chrome one, and I have a gold one. If you notice, one thing I just found out, I found a bug, is that, oops, if I'm in the main menu and I hit escape, it brings up the resume menu. So let's fix that real quick. First person blueprints. Go into our player controller. Basically, it's still activating. So what we're going to do is we're going to say current level name. Let's see, equal string. And we're going to put a little branch in here. So when you press the button, it's going to check to see what your current level is. And I'm going to say don't want to do it true. I want to do false. So now, if I'm in the main menu, oh, that didn't work. Let's check our debugger here. One of the problems with using escape in development is escape closes your window here. Oh yeah, see. Oh, that's right. Let's see. Why wouldn't that be working? Oh, because I didn't hook it up right. Get current level name, then branch. Now let's try it. Okay, we're in the main menu. Yeah, so now I can hit escape all I want. When I'm actually in the level, it'll still work. Cool. Okay. All right. Now we're going to create some interactive objects. This is where it starts to get fun. That was just getting in and out of games, but see, it doesn't take that long to get it set up. So in my blueprint folder, create a new folder, interactive objects. And I'm going to create a new actor class. And it's just going to be an actor called interactive object. So let's create a scene. I like to use scene as a root. It already does that. Okay. Okay, so we have an object. Now we're going to add a static mesh component. We got in here. We got cubes. That's what we want. We want a cube. So choose our cube. Go back to our static mesh. Boom. Okay, we have a cube. Let's see. So we can scale it. We can do all sorts of fun stuff with it. But what we're going to do is we're going to make this interactive. So let's come over here to our collision. Oh, and we're going to want cube to be Okay, so come in and check its collision. Block all dynamic, which is what we want. We want to generate overlap events. Okay, so it's going to block everything. That's good. Okay, so this is going to be our base class for our interactive objects. So we want to go into the event graph. Actually, first we want to create our interactive widget. Back to our widgets. Create a new widget. Interact. Yep. Okay, we're going to put text block. It's going to be right here in the middle. Dispatcher, set interact text. Assign that on construct. Variable. There we go. Now we've got it. It's nice that it defaults. Set text. Okay. And then in our input for text, now when we fire this, because we added this input into the event dispatcher, when I fire the event from where I'm going to fire it at, it'll send along whatever text I want to send it to. Okay, so there we go. Okay. Set text to interact. Okay. Now we're going to go back to our interactive object, and we're going to do an event begin overlap, and we want actor end overlap. class. Why I started calling everything BF when the game is BH, but okay. Okay, so we're going to check to see when it overlaps if that is a player. This is just kind of the designer in me that, because right now I don't have any plans to have anything else overlapping things besides a player, but down the line, if I ever did, this will save me some heartache. So, gets an overlap, checks to see if that's the player. Once the player is overlapped, then we are going to create a widget, which will be the interact widget. And we're going to add to viewport. Then we're going to call set interaction text. And we're going to set up a sweet variable here. Default. Press spacebar to interact with blank. Okay. So now if we need to, we'll go ahead and set up overlap, remove parent. There you go. Just so we don't have to put everything in. Let's see how we want to do this. Because what we want to do is basically when you're overlapping an actor, you can hit the spacebar or the input and activate something based on what it is. And then we're going to make children of this object into the actual various different objects that we're going to use. So I'm just trying to think if it's best to try to set up the interaction completely within here, which will make it a lot easier down the line when the objects are interacted with. So what I'm going to do is actor begin input. We are going to enable input. Again, just single player. We're going to enable the input. This allows for the player to interact directly with the object. So it's going to enable input and disable input. Okay, we're going to create another. Well, we need to create the input. So let's create the input. File, recent levels, project settings, input, another action mapping. Interact. And it's going to default to spacebar. So the interactive object. Interact event. These. Interaction result. So for this, we're going to change that text again to you have interacted. Least, we're going to set it back again. To the original interaction text. Now, of course, I'm just doing pressed released. You could do pressed and held and use timers to make time so that you interact with something like that. All right, now I'm going to set up some booleans of what kind of object these can be. So we're in a hotel room, so I'm just going to set some bools here. Let's see, we got a bed, all right? We've got a end table. We've got a coffee table. We've got a couch. We've got a outer door. We've got a room door, although I don't know if I'm going to get that complicated. These doors are a pain in the ass. You've got a bathtub. What else do we have? Sink. Microwave. No, microwaves are going to be on. We got a counter. Right. And we've got a fridge. Should be enough to get us going. Okay, so now we've got our interactive object made. I'm going to rename that. Actually, by doing it this way, what I can do, I was going to be doing a lot of children, but I can actually do some basic work in the construction script instead of setting up a bunch of children, which I may still need some children. I can use a construction script to fix some things on here. So I'm going to add a few more variables. Has lamp, has phone, has what else can be on tables? Has microwave. Screw around with a phone and a lamp are enough for right now. So this is some of the cool things that you can do with just simple booleans. So what I can do in here is I've got my static mesh, right? This guy right here. So let's get an idea of if this is going to work here. If this is going to work as is. We're going to go into one of the levels, and we're going to drop. Drop our interactive object in here. So we know it's in the Rust level. I'm in the Rust level. Okay. So that does not seem to be working. Let's open up our interactive parent here. Let's see what's going on. See if this overlap is firing or not. Oh, I have to run it. The overlap is not firing. So probably because it is on block, I'm actually just touching it and it's blocking me, so I'm not technically overlapping it. So we're going to make something else here. Open this up. Nope, it is open. Okay. Open this up. And we're going to add a new component. And it is going to be box collision. And we're going to do custom ignore everything except for pawns. Okay. So back into our viewport. Default it to be larger. Scale 1.5. Scale 2. There we go. Generate overlaps events. Collision enabled. Bodies only for collision queries. I don't know what that means. Okay, so let's try that. Back in there. There we go. It's firing overlaps. It's not returning that the player is a player character, so it's blocking it. And I just accidentally walked out of the world. Okay, so let's see why that's blocking. Let's just skip. Why don't we just try skipping the. Probably because it's not a player controller. It's probably because it's a pawn. So it's firing. Oh, there we go. So you see, press spacebar, press the spacebar, and it's changing. Now, obviously, I need to make that text box bigger. Okay, so that's working. Cool. Let's go back to that widget. And make it size to content. And that should fix that bug. And let's set our justification as centered. Okay, so I'll just strip that out for right now. Because it's probably returning it as a pawn, not as a. Press spacebar to interact with blank. You have interacted. Now, okay, what I can do is go into our construction script. And we're going to start with bed. Now, there's a lot of different ways that you can do this, but this is kind of how I tend to use booleans a lot, and it might end up being more complicated, but this is just how I tend to do it. So I'm going to do a branch. It's not definitely not the most efficient way. It would be, I'd have this variable that I could set and split off that or whatever. But I'm just going to, for the purpose of this exercise, I'm just going to use bools. So I check if I'm in bed, check if I'm an end table, coffee table, couch, powder door, bathtub, counter, fridge. Okay. So what you can do, again, not the most efficient way to do it. Looks messy, but it works just fine for me. So basically, just go through and check to see, am I in bed? Oh, and someone's here. Let's take a break. Okay, so I'm back. So we're just going to put branches in here. Oh, duplicates now control W. So basically it just loops through all these booleans and will fire off various different things that we're going to do. Okay, so I'm at couch. Now, using this method, you obviously only want to uncheck or check one boolean at a time. Here, and you have to have a boolean checked or it won't work. False, 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 false. Okay, that's all set up. So the construction script's going to run anytime the object is created. So if it's placed in a level or it's spawned or whatever, it's going to run this construction script. So let's do the bed first. Let's see, what do we want to do? We want to set that to press spacebar to integrate with bed. Then we're going to want to set our result you have slept. So if it's a bed, do that for all of these. Not an array, and we're going to make this an integer. And we'll use this later in the interactions. Basically, we'll just use split on int to fire off various different things. Now we have to keep track of what we are, but so we're going to default compile that, default it to 1. Set object type 1. Obviously, one of the downsides of doing this is you get a lot of duplication. But that's okay. Sometimes Control W works, sometimes it doesn't. That up. Plugged in. And then we're just going to go down this line. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Oh, we ended up with 10 types of objects. All right. So this has phone and has lamp. We're gonna do later. Let's see here. Okay. End table. Oh, one more here. As Table. Okay, we don't want this to be slept. There is nothing on the end table. What is this one? This one is the door. Press spacebar to leave room. Couch. Press spacebar to sit on couch. You are sitting on the couch. And this is a, where is this guy? Coffee table. Press spacebar to search coffee table. There is nothing on the coffee table. This guy is a bathtub. Oh, shoot. Okay, yeah, I messed that up. I've been changing the the default instead of actually. So I got to start over. Okay, this is why I don't like text. Press space to. So let's change the defaults back because that was silly. Press space to interact. You are interacting. Now I might have to change some of the stuff later, but it'll get it working. Okay, press space to sleep. You have slept. Press space to search end. There is nothing on the end table. Press space to outer door to open door. And that one doesn't matter. Press couch. Press space to sit on couch. You are sitting on the couch. Press space to bathroom door. Open bathroom door. Although I'm probably not going to do that. Bathroom door is open. Press space to get in bath. You are in the bath. Press space to. Door. Oh, that's coffee table. Okay. Press space to search coffee table. Coffee table is empty. Get in there. Press space to brush. Press space to open fridge. The fridge is empty. And last but not least, the counter. Press space to search counter. Counter is empty. Okay. Okay, so now whenever these objects are placed, you will just check what they are, what properties are, and the construction script will set all these variables. So the level designer just has to place the object and check it. Now, the other way to do it would have been, just to make 10 children of this actor and do it that way. But this kind of thing, this way, it's kind of done. You can place a lot of objects really fast. So I'm going to take another quick break, and I'll be right back.